everybody, I'm Jimmy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a setup of the detailed pages in my November Traveler's Notebook and also book reviews. So here I have Zuri. In my last video, I chose Zuri for November. This is a crocheted band from Lucy's Crafts and Coffee. I thought the orange went really well with this month. This is her mat. I love her crocheted items. Then I have tailored plan ribbons, tailored plan bow, and here's another Lucy crocheted clip. Yeah, and then my charms. These are planner perfect. Yeah, I'm loving the setup. But someone commented on my last video and said, don't you have Olivia? And I do. So I don't know. See, now I'm thinking I should have chose green because it really would bring out the green. Look at that. And then I also have Jade. So she's a little brighter of a green, but she would also look good. And someone on the Planner Perfect fans group used Jade for November, and it looks really good. So I don't know. Maybe by the end of this video, I might be moved into Olivia or Jade. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to slip this out. This is the planner that came with the sub box. This is the journal that came with the sub box. And I'm glad there's nothing written on this. I like the blank journals because then I can use it in other months as well. This one I put the tip in on top because it says October underneath. And this is my journal. I actually did some journaling this morning. I was feeling overwhelmed, so I had to journal a little bit about it. And the opposite of overwhelm, I looked up what was the opposite. And I wrote, what are some small actions I can take to feel more in control of my days? It just, I don't know. It's like cluttery. I feel cluttery inside. So those things. And then I wrote affirmations that would help me for the day. So that was a fun little practice this morning. Oh yeah, I have some more pages that I still have to journal on. I like doing my some pages ahead of time. I love having pages ready to journal in, but I also like being able to decorate more because it's just fun. I don't want to do it all at once. I want to save some. So I'm going to take this out so we can go ahead and start working on November. That was yesterday. This is a new day. And I went ahead yesterday and started my November book. I just did it off camera. So here is November. I was watching Jenny Penton's YouTube video on her setup. She did a plan with me, flip through, and I just loved the simplicity of it because sometimes I get too complicated and you know, it almost sometimes becomes a pressure to decorate my page, and I don't want that to happen. I want it to stay simple and fun. So I just did it simply. And Jenny did this. She put some washi tape in the middle, so I put some here and here and just played with it. It didn't have to be a work of art. So anyway, that's my November monthly view. I do have another one in here for my 6-month agenda, which is this. This is my November for my 6-month agenda. I do like having one in my monthly that comes in the sub box and one in my 6-month agenda because the 6-month agenda is for future planning. So this way, when the month comes, I can just look at my 6-month agenda and copy the things onto the monthly. So I like it. I don't feel like it's duplicating because it helps me be more aware of my schedule, and there, you know, I have to have a place to put future planning. See, I have December and I haven't put anything in there yet, which I'm getting ready to because I'm starting to schedule things for around the holidays. And this is Hand Can Plan. She has stickers you can get that have one sheet for each month. So that's what I have, and I love it. This is December's with, the numbers are from somewhere else. And November, October. Anyway, that's my monthly view for my 6-month agenda. Then for the goal pages, I did not get fancy again. I can show you how I did it last year and the year before. So last year for November was this. This came in the sub box, and I had put tabs in, which I stopped doing. The top one I can still have in, but these, when I put it in the storage box, I use a Happy Planner storage box. Here are the containers I use to store my traveler's notebooks. So these are from Happy Planner. And see, it comes in, has like 3 sections. So it fits perfect. And again, this is size wide. I like the way it looks from that side, but I don't have the room to display them that way. Yeah, so these work good. And so I just store them by season, like all Aprils. And this is all October, November, and December. So yeah, that's how I do that. They fit perfectly, but it messes this up. It's just wide enough for this, but it doesn't go up that far, so I can use that one. But see how it's all pushed in, and one must have come out. So this is 2024, last year. There's my monthly layout. Still was not that complicated. That was pretty simple. I had just put the numbers on it. I like that brown. And then, let's see, what did I do for my goal pages? I had things happening in November. I had Thanksgiving, what to make. And it was an easy Thanksgiving because I just made dishes to bring to my daughter's house, and she had it at her house. So all I had to do was make some things and take them. So that was nice after all those years of big Thanksgivings. And then I had my morning routine, my afternoon routine, and my evening routine. It's just, I love looking back on the past years to see maybe there's something I was doing that I want to incorporate again. My daily schedule has kind of changed, and I will show you why when we look at this year's. Okay, for my November goals, I did the different areas of my life: personal goals, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, physical environment, and spiritual growth. It helps for goal setting when you look specifically, what in my personal life, you know, what do I need to do for more fun and recreation? Putting them in areas like that helps to see what you need. Then we have the weeks with the days following. Pretty normal. Oh, I love that sticker. I hope that, I think it might be in an insert on the cover. If not, it should be. Oh, and here's this one. See, it's the same as the cover. I love that artwork. That's just so pretty. All right, so then we have another week and the days, so just normal. Oh, I remember this was from Coco Daisy. I think it's called Home Sweet Home. And it's from maybe 3 years ago, but I just love the coziness of it. And that's that. Meal plan. Every time I colored in a heart, that means we used that meal. Never did roasted artichoke hearts. So, and then I had the menu for the Thanksgiving. So that was 2024, and this is 2023. This definitely is a custom journal that I had made. It matched the Cocoa Daisy, I believe. Oh yeah, I got way more fancy on this one. So this is the Thanksgiving menu. And then the week before, what to do each day. Oh, I had it here that year. And I had my daughter and her in-laws over. So that was a big Thanksgiving. I was starting a new eating plan from Bright Line Eating. And it had a chart that I printed. And I put it in here. So that was fun making this. And then I had books I was reading. Growth and maintenance. And then just the same. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just normal stuff. Then I had my meal plan in the back. My son's birthday dinner. We're taking him out this year. So that's, oh, I did breakfasts and lunches too. Yeah, I might start doing the menu in my planner again. So, but for my goals this year, I plan Michael's birthday, and we're going to go out to eat. I put clean and fix up bedroom before Wade. That's my oldest son Peter's college roommate. He's also a pilot, and he's coming, so I need to get the room ready for him. Let's see. Plan my mother's visit. Put the tree up sometime in November. It just depends. But I already looked around to find a place to put it and where we're going to move the extra sofa. And then Thanksgiving we're going to have here this year, and it's going to be lunchtime. I put simple lunch, but I should take simple out because when I started writing it, I'm like, this is not simple. But my daughter, now that she's married, they have other places they have to go on Thanksgiving as well. So she said lunch would work better for her, and I like it earlier anyway because then I can have energy, to last. If I have things at night, sometimes I just don't have the energy by then. So I'm going to do some combination of these. And then, again, I copied Jenny Penton's plan with me, and she actually did her letters kind of like this. Hers are way better, but I kind of just wanted to keep it simple again. I didn't cover over like I have been doing. See, there's no gold pages. See, I mean, that's fancy. So I'm just keeping it simple. And then Jenny also had a section for wellness. So I thought I'll do that. Now this is a neat thing. I was looking up our body's natural circadian rhythms, how we naturally ebb and flow. And I came upon the Chinese body clock, and I have seen that before, but there's certain time of each day that certain organs and certain energy goes up or down. And so I decided to make a rough schedule according to that and see if it does work, my energy levels at different times of the day. So 5 to 7 is wake up, meditation, prayer. 7 to 9 is when you're supposed to have really good concentration. So that's when I'll journal, read, and have breakfast. And then 9 to 11 is the clear thinking time. So I'll plan and have my desk time then. And, make videos or whatever I need to do since my thinking is clear. Then 11 to 1 is high energy. So that's when I can exercise, do my chores, yard work, have lunch. And then 1 to 3 is low energy. So I'm supposed to rest or have downtime then. But that's the difficult one because that's what time it is now. It's probably close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. And I'm in here doing this. I don't know if I'm going to relax today or not. Probably I'll just read a book in the afternoon and have tea perhaps. So then 3 to 5, your energy is restored and you get your second wind. So that's when I thought I would take a walk and do light exercise. But I've already taken my walk today up here, sometime in there. 5 to 7 is wind down time, and that's when we have dinner. And then 7 to 9 is gentle time, get ready for sleep. So I like it that it's in 2-hour increments. And I put alarms on my phone so that I know when it's switching. Not that I have, excuse me, not that I've been rigid with it like today. I haven't even paid attention to it until now. But I can see if it correlates with this, if it makes sense, because, I mean, it would be better to do things that take a lot of physical work when my energy is high, and then resting here, doing quieter activities here, instead of trying to push myself when I don't have energy, or vice versa. So we'll see how that works. And then I have another page. So I might put my books here, and I want to do a book review on this video, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And then we have this week. I did not use this week because I have this. I'm still in Sophia for Halloween. So this is my week. Here's today. Ooh, I have to do all this stuff. I'm just not on top of it today. And my son left for his trip, so I was talking with him. I did do some decluttering though. So let me put that down so at least get credit for it. Decluttered. And what I decluttered was, you know, my mother is now in a skilled nursing home. And so I have so much of her stuff and it's just taking over my house. Yeah, so it's going to take a lot to declutter. So why am I talking about that? But anyway, I got that done today. So that was a win. And I want to record my wins. Decluttered Mimi's albums. And there's just so many things I don't know what to do with. Like a pair of my mother's baby shoes. What do you do with those? I don't even know. And then just all kinds of articles and pictures and letters, just like big boxes full of papers. You know, I'm tempted just to throw the whole thing out. But anyway, this is my week. I love it. So I was messing with this a little bit, and I thought that I will use these pages for this week for meal planning. See, this is how I have it last month, and it was in my daily. I just put a meal plan here, and this isn't for the whole month, obviously, just for a little over a week. And then I put a list of the healthiest foods for me with my specific health conditions. And then I kept a track of what I actually ate. So this helped me to see how I felt the next morning or shortly thereafter. And I wish I would have kept with this, but you can see that I didn't. But it's cute, isn't it? So I think I will use those pages because I do need to be more disciplined in writing down what foods agree with me and what don't. So I'm going to cover this over with paper, decorative paper or something, and use these pages. And then I went ahead and decorated my week for next week. Well, I want to go ahead and do a book review to show you what I've been reading, and I'm going to put them here, but not right now. I'm just going to show you the books. Okay, now this is a new one, The Next Right Thing by Emily P. Freeman, a simple, soulful practice for making life decisions. This is a good book. She actually lives in the city I live in, Charlotte, and homeschooled, I think, 4 children. Yeah, so she's a local, really good book. She is a Christian, but it's not the main thing of the book. You know, it would still be helpful, is what I'm saying. You don't have to be a Christian to get to benefit. Do the next right thing. Become a soul minimalist. Name the narrative. I like quit something, because people say if you know, they don't want to be a quitter, but you do need to stop doing things that are not right for you. And that's not quitting, that's just changing. So that's the contents. Yeah, it's a good book. I underlined a few things. Unmade decisions hold power. They pull, they push, they interrupt where they aren't wanted, and poke us awake at night. That is true. Bring to mind those areas in your life where you do have a choice, no matter how small. You always have decisions to make, big or small. Then it has a prayer and a practice. So that's how the format of the book is. Really nice thick paper. Stay in today. So I'm here. Oh, I underlined a lot of things. When you catch a tiny glimpse of the future, be sure not to smother it with your own agenda. Ooh, I like that. Let it breathe. Let it grow at a healthy pace. Admit it's both delightful and terrifying as you take your next right step today. Oh, I like this. The most important thing about you is not the things you achieve, but the person you become. I always tell that to my children. And, you know, that it's the character that matters most, even when choosing a mate or choosing a partner. I shouldn't say mate. Sounds like animals. When choosing a partner, you know, to look at the character first. That's the most important thing. All right. Yeah, so this is a good book. The Next Right Thing by Emily P. Freeman. And I finished this book, Whole Brain Living by Jill Bolte Taylor, and I talked about this in a video below. So this is a good book, and I'm glad I finished it. Now I can use this thing. And also her memoir. She had a stroke, and she's a brain anatomist, and so she tells about the science of the brain as she personally experienced it. I'm still working through this one. It's Never Too Late to Begin Again by Julia Cameron. I did take a break from it and I read her memoir, which is called Floor Sample, and it just tells her story, and I did not like it. I mean, I like Julia Cameron, but I didn't like her memoir. It just was just on and on about how she moved all over the country and just meeting up with famous people, stuff like that. It did talk a lot about her struggles with alcohol and drug addiction and how she overcame that. So that was inspiring. I don't know, it was just too drawn out, and I don't know, I don't need to know who she met and when. It was just kind of boring. And you know, she's the author that wrote The Artist Way, which a lot of people do, and she's the one that coined the term morning pages in her Artist Way book. So this one is kind of like Artist Way, but for like when you're retired. It could benefit anybody, and it kind of walks you through writing your own memoir. And you can do it seriously or just play around with it. The point is not to write a memoir, it's to ignite your writing and to heal from things. There's a lot of different reasons why you would do it. And I have done it some. I've only ever done my early childhood, but I've never done like in my 20s and above. So, I don't know if I'm ready for that. All right. But this is a good book. I'm still working through it slowly. I don't even do it every day. It's just out and ready for me for whenever I feel the urge. All right. Another one that I'm reading again is The Daily Stoic. I had this. It's got food all over it because I keep it on the kitchen table. I've had this for several years, and I just like it because it has a reading each day. And I love Ryan Holiday. He has, I think he's got a YouTube channel. I know he has Instagram things, but he's just really good to listen to and has written a lot of good books. He draws a lot on examples from history and people. He's just very well studied, you can tell, and has such interesting anecdotes and things. And it's not a religion. It's not a religious book. It's just kind of like common sense and morality and integrity, that kind of thing. So they're very helpful. Acceptance. Oh, that was my word for the year. Anyway, I keep this on the kitchen table and read one while I'm eating breakfast. And I pulled this back out. I had bought this at the same time. It's a journal that you write in, and it has the day, and it has a question for journaling that matches the reading for the day in here. So you can read this, and then you have a question or reflection to go with it. So I thought that was neat. And I haven't really written that much in the book. Some of them I wrote, oh, it doesn't look like I've written any. There's some. But I have used these questions and written them in another journal, like a Planner Perfect insert. So that's The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and the journal that goes with it. His other book that I keep on the kitchen table, Courage is Calling. And I've read most of this through once, but I'm going through it again. It's just one of those good books, a little reading a day. Same premise as The Daily Stoic. And then this one I keep on the kitchen table, and I've shown this one before, Attitudes of Gratitude. I learned about this book through Moxie Life, you know, the planner Moxie Life, M-A-K-S-E, Moxie Life. And they had like a month study on this book. So I have the papers for the study in my drawer, but I'm just reading a day now, or a couple times a week. Then Hind's Feet on High Places. I read this back in my 20s, and it's an allegory. So I just thought it'd be fun to read it again. So that's what I'm doing. And I really liked it this morning. I found a lot that I wanted to underline. She's talking about her relatives, which they were called the Fearings. And it was always her obvious fear, which encouraged him to continue tormenting her. You know, like if somebody knows you're afraid, they're gonna mess with you even more. If only she could have ignored him, he soon would have tired of teasing and of her company and would have wandered off to look for other prey. That's just really good sense, not feeding into the fear. But a lot of good things today. So Hind's Feet on High Places by Hannah Hurnard. And then I am looking at this again. I pull this out every few months. Kristen Helmstedter's Coffee Self-Talk. And I go to the scripts. They're affirmations. So right now I'm reading again the affirmations on healing. You know, it has different ones. These are the different ones it has. So you can use exactly theirs. If I'm really tired, I will. I'll just have my coffee and I'll read the things. And sometimes I'll read them out loud. But it can help you be a jump-off point for your own affirmations as well. So maybe that's what I'll do in my November journal too. One other thing. I got this for my birthday. It goes in your traveler's notebook. And she put free stickers in here. Those are cute. Oh, they're Halloween. There's a pocket here. Then there's little pockets here. Pocket there. Yeah, and the zipper. I just thought it would be cute to put in my traveler's notebook for the winter. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in. I wonder if I should switch traveler's notebooks now. No, I'm gonna stay in Zuri. I have to start dinner soon, and I want to finish this video. So I just don't like to rush. I like to leave plenty of time for stuff. Yeah, I'm going to stay in here for now. I like the orange and brown. Green looks pretty too, but yeah, I just don't feel like doing all that right now. I didn't mean for my video to go this long, but I say that every time, I think. So there we go. Tomorrow's Halloween. Hope everybody stays safe and the kids have fun. Don't forget to visit me on Instagram at jimmy.journalsandplans, and I'll leave links below to different helpful videos, websites, and discount codes I have. All that is below, and I will see you next time. Bye.